Hello, welcome back to the channel Ghosties and Ghoulies. It's the first week of May, and this is your pick-a pile for this week. Now, for those who haven't been here before, how this works is I pull 3 cards and 3 corresponding tokens. And if you're drawn to whatever token you're drawn to, that will be your card for this week. And it'll give you a little something and maybe you're going to experience this week or something just to think about or meditate on. So let's get started. Let's dive right in. So let's get to your tokens and see what we have for this week. So for the first card, you have, oh, wonderful. You have the Crucifix, and this will be about spiritual connection, honoring tradition, and your connection to your religious side. So anything that you do as ritual, anything that you do as religious practice will be connected to this token, and that will have something to do with this week for you. So the second one, this is a candy cane. This can be about celebrations. It can also be about tradition. So there might be a lot of traditional things coming up around this week, or bending or nods to tradition, because the candy cane, of course, is all about Christmas. It's also about sweetness. So this could be related to seeking sweetness in your life or bringing more sweetness into your life. And it could also be connection to family and family traditions and that kind of thing around Christmas and that kind of stuff. So it can be celebrations as well. But if you're drawn to candy canes, something you enjoy, something you look forward to every year, this might be the card for you. Okay, and the third one is the star, and this is about intuition. It's also about allowing yourself to be seen and shining your brightest. So some of you for this pile might be experiencing a bit of a glow up this week, a bit of stepping into energy that allows you to be seen and to be shiny and to be the center of attention. The star has all of that energy attached to it, but also it has nods to things that are connected to honoring your intuition. So if intuition is something that you're interested in, then the third card might be the card for you this week. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to start with the Crucifix and see what this has to do with this week. So again, Crucifix is tradition. It's about your religion. It's also about religious community. It can be connected to higher spiritual values and the things that you look at as being your touchstones and your protections spiritually, especially with the Crucifix. So let's have a look and see what your card is. So your card is about separations. So interestingly enough, when I pulled the token out, there was a sense of kind of leaning on tradition, leaning on religion. And you might, for some of you, you might be feeling a little bit separated from your spiritual self or your spiritual community at this time. And this is kind of a sense of feeling like you are apart from it or apart from your spiritual center at this time. When you have the Crucifix come up around this, there might be a sense of needing to kind of get back into your practice of whatever spirituality that you express. So if you are somebody who prays every day, this might be telling you to reconnect through that. Or if you are a person who connects through nature and being in nature, then connect through that. Or simply by meditating or being quiet and honoring your soul in that way. But there is a sense of feeling like you're feeling a bit lonely and a bit separated, and there's a sense with this of being kind of called to get back into the practices of your religion and the rituals of your spirituality in order to try and reconnect in a deeper way to your self-center and I don't mean that self-centeredness, I mean the self where it is centered in the soul. So to reconnect to your soul, to honor the practices and traditions of your whatever religion you practice, or whatever spiritual practice you do, even if it isn't connected to religion, to recenter yourself in the rituals around that. and the touchstones around that, and the things that make you feel connected. So this is kind of feeling like seeking out your touchstones and your symbols of those spiritual practices that will reconnect you and make you feel like you're less separated from things at this time. Alright, so we just had to move the camera a little bit. We were having a little bit of sunshine coming in, which I never complain about, but it's not the greatest for filming at times. So we are going to go with your candy cane, which is all about sweetness of life. It's also about traditions. It's also about the symbology of Christmas and the symbology around the holidays. So this is symbolic of that as well. So if that's something you're drawn to, this might be connected to that. There might be something around. This card is connected to, it's a learning card. It's a card of teaching and also almost apprenticeship. And there might be some sense with you this week that your work in some way is either challenging you or you're not feeling like you're progressing with it. You might not be feeling like you're learning the things that you want to learn, or that you're learning, you're in that learning phase, or you have the right teachers around you, or you have the right circumstances around you to allow you to develop and learn and to master a skill or an area of your work in particular. It doesn't have to be work that you're paid for. It can be things like art. It can be things like anything that you work at that you are trying to master and gain mastery over. You might be finding that you have challenges in this week, and that I think really what the traditional elements of the cane are telling me is that there's almost a sense of not having what you need. Funnily enough, this isn't about Christmas. This isn't about the symbology around that or connection to it, which was the immediate thought. What it actually is in relation to this is not feeling like you have the resources and people around you to lean on, like the cane. It's the cane symbology that is the important part here, not the Christmas connection. So it's almost feeling like you don't have the mentors or teachers or help that you want or that you're looking for in order to lean on and to learn from and to have support. So you're feeling very unsupported in what you're trying to learn and accomplish this week. So you're being guided to actually look for people that you can actually feel like you're supported by. And it may not be that they're showing up this week, and you might feel like you're a little bit on your own this week. And there is a sense with this of being told to just relax because the people will be coming in, but it's not there this week. So you might be going through a period of feeling kind of unsupported and a little bit shaky in what you're doing because you don't have the resources and the stability to lean on with the cane. So maybe this isn't the time to be making big changes or trying to be learning big things. Maybe taking what you have now and revisiting the foundations of what you have learned already. Doing a little bit of revision, a little bit of refresher might be the place to be this week rather than trying to learn something new, because you don't have the stability or something to lean on. You don't have the solidity around you to be making big changes and trying to learn big new things. Right now, this week is about revision. It's not about learning something brand new and trying to absolutely feel like you need to be the master of a skill or something like that. And this week, this isn't the week for that. Revise what you know and look forward to having these things, the right time in the right place, and the right people come in to support further growth down the road, but not this week. And the star, which is all about intuition and sharing of energy and being seen. It's about being the star of your life, being the center of your attention, and being main character energy around the star. So let's have a look at what your week is about. It does feel like some of you are going through something this week that feels very imbalanced and doesn't feel fair. So there might be things this week that are not allowing you to shine the way you want to or be the center of attention in the way that you would like to be. You might be asked to be taking a back seat to someone, or to be kind of pulling your energy back a little bit to allow other people to shine, and it doesn't necessarily feel balanced or fair to you. Now, part of what I can say about this is everybody has their moment to shine. Everybody has their moment in the sun. And maybe this week isn't yours. And maybe that doesn't feel fair. But rest assured that that time will come for you. It's just not coming this week. The other thing that I'm being drawn to, there are two messages in this card. This card is also, this token is also about intuition. There is something around justice and around like legal documentation or legal things, contracts, anything like that. You need to be particularly careful this week with those things, because it's telling me with the intuition here that if you do not listen to your intuition and you do not listen to the warnings that your intuition is giving you, you might find that you end up in bad contracts or in bad states in regard to actual legal things or material legal things that do not work in your favor, and it's because your intuition is off with them in some way, or you're not listening to it in some way. So be very, very careful this week. Anything that you're getting into as far as contracts or legal matters, that kind of stuff, this might not be the week for dealing with those things. Your intuition may be off about it. And you might actually find that you're having a little bit of an intuition that's saying maybe this isn't the thing. Honor your intuition. Maybe take a beat before you get involved in anything that's going to enmesh you and keep you stuck in a place or imbalance you in some way. So you're being cautioned this week as far as legal matters and anything like that, contracts, what agreements, anything like that, to be particularly careful, and to be particularly careful around enmeshing yourself in those things. So read everything, fine print, and don't allow yourself to be drawn into situations that aren't necessarily fair to you, okay? And intuitively, I think that you're gonna know this on some level. So please be careful this week. Okay, so those are your tokens and cards for the first week of May. I do have an event coming up on the 10th of May that you're welcome to come out to. It is a live reading session, $20 readings, 20-minute readings at the Sea Glass Coffee House in Pictou at 27 Water Street. It is first come, first served. But if you have to wait, they have lovely snacks and drinks and things if you want to come out and join us. And of course, I'll have books and things to sign as well there. And it'd be lovely to see your happy faces. And I hope you're enjoying the coming of the spring. I certainly am. And until next time, don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night, because they're there in the light too.
Threw up a white flag, then took it back. There's nowhere to go now, but into the fray unless you run.